Stubbs it is out there, did very well. There's an alert to Bairstow wanting 2 from the off there.
Big shot attempted from Milan off the final ball of the 8th. Brings up England's 50 for 2. Well, after 8 overs, South Africa.
Three boundaries off his first 3 balls, and he was under real pressure, and he held his nerve well. But you're right, looking at this attack, Maharaj, Nortje, Ngidi, Shamsi, you kind of think Pethler is the one they might have a look at.
One thing David Miller can do in this game, which he was unable to do in the first 2, was call on the spin of Aidan Markram. So that just gives him a little bit of leeway if someone gets hold of one of his bowlers. And South Africa levelled the series. They're going well here. It just, when you looked at the first 2 sides that South Africa picked, it looked slightly unbalanced, certainly lacking options for the captain with the ball. Milan goes into the leg side, bigger boundaries, very good catch. It's Nortje lurking out there behind square on the leg side. Milan looking for that big shot, targeting Pethler. As you said, Michael Atherton, he's been up to it so far this series when England have done that.
Well, it's a long, long way out there to the leg side where Milan was taking it on. And South Africa's catching, which was really poor in the opening game at Bristol, much better in Cardiff. And the first catch taken safely by Nortje. Good catch, actually, running in at a bit of pace and had to take it low down. So Milan, 7 from 11, 52 for 3 England.
One left-hander replaces another, Moeen Ali. It's a lovely reception from the spectators and fans here at the Ageas Bowl. These 2 were brutal in Bristol. England needs some of that now.
Yeah, something England have done, isn't it, throughout this series? Tried to keep right and left hand, so Moeen Ali, he was scheduled to come in below Livingston, but promoted to keep that left hand, right hand going. So Moeen Ali in at 5.
Moeen Ali was very humble in his comments after the Bristol game that the shorter boundaries favoured him because he doesn't hit it a long way, but he does hit a good long ball. But the one who really does is Livingston, and with England needing 12, do you agree just by keeping the right-left-hand combination?
And also they might just want Livingston in towards nearer the back end of the innings. Although if I guess if they want Livingston to become the player they hope and expect him to be, then he's going to have to be more versatile and have the ability to play longer innings, even though that sounds counterintuitive in T20.
Yeah, the other way of looking at it is with the required rate nearly 12.5, get him in now, try and reduce that down. Well, that's excellent from Petlaquea. Just 4 singles, the wicket of Milan, 54 for 3.
This is the end of Milan, who was taking on the longest boundary on this ground.
Well, South Africa's fielding in that first game in the series at Bristol was ordinary.
Slightly to you.
And since they moved to Cardiff and then here to the Ageas Bowl, their fielding has been more like we would expect to see from a South African unit. Well, this is the extra option that is available to David Miller. It is Aidan Markram. Came in for Klassen, scored some runs, and now he's operating with his off breaks.
Slightly. 2. How much? Look.
Well, we've had 9 overs and 1 ball, and England have only hit 2 fours, which is not what we associate with England in white ball cricket. The left-hand, right-hand combination does mean the captain and bowler has to think a little bit more. Quinton de Kock has been very active in just getting the angles of the fielders right from his position as the keeper. Rate is climbing. England operating in singles over the last couple of overs, and the rate is just about to tick past 13.
Sorry.
Can't do anything about your shoelace coming undone, really, but the game does just stop at times, doesn't it? That's another single, and as that timeline is showing you at the bottom of the screen, England are going nowhere. Chips. Oh, what a spectacular catch. He's some cricketer, this Tristan Stubbs. That is breathtakingly good.
He sure is. He's a big, tall man, but showed that he's supremely athletic there. The way he moved, first of all, and then took off to take this mid-air in his left hand. Fantastic. Bit of a leading edge from Moeen Ali, and he was off Stubbs. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That is the moment of the match so far. Halfway through England's innings, they've lost another. 59 for 4 now and struggling.
I've been here a few times in the past as a football player manager, and this one always is the most difficult one to win.
Premier League is crazy league.
The chase, the attack, the wild struggle for survival.
Premier League is the biggest league. They've got some really good players here. Yeah, he's pretty unplayable, to be fair. Yeah, we've had a few of them lately.
I like to play in this intensity.
That's exciting.
That's what the Premier League is all about.
I didn't expect anything else, I must say.
A manic fight to the finish. Can the champions make it 3 in a row?
It's going to be good.
The hype is real. The Premier League. Live it all. Live on SuperSport. Stay connected to DSTV Compact for football's greatest season. Broadcast brought to you by Discovery. They love to party up a storm. They can split all.
Yeah, it's been an impressive performance by South Africa. Managed to restrict England to 59 for 4 after the 10 overs. At this stage, South Africa were 80 for 2. And that man in picture has just pulled off an absolute specky. He's flown like Superman, and then it's just go gadget arm. Absolutely brilliant. Bit of a superhero effort from the young South African. Launching himself. It's behind him. And that arm just keeps going and going and going. It hits the middle of the hand, and Aiden Markram, he's ecstatic. He's bowled 1 over 1 for 5, brought on just to try and get an over in, and he's picked up a wicket as well. But it was mainly down to the efforts of Tristan Stubbs. Yeah, it was superhero stuff. No Superman, but Batman and Robin, they're superheroes as well. From this position, Morgs, is it stick or twist for England? I mean, they've got 2 guys who've still got massive firepower in their capabilities.
Yeah, they're not, well, they're leaving their run very, very late, Polly. A lot of firepower. Even Liam Livingstone, Johnny Bairstow with a lot of work to do. The rate nearly at 13.5 runs per over.
Wow, that's one hell of a delivery from Dilepat Lequire. That was probably the last thing Liam Livingstone was expecting, looking to rock forward onto the front foot. He gets a ball that absolutely launches itself off a good length.
We saw some of this from Ngidi earlier. Extra bit of bounce.
I think the situation England got themselves into, the big worry, I mean, if we were in Bristol, we saw how many sixes, most sixes hit in a T20 international. But there's just been 1 hit by South Africa today. So when you're chasing your 14s, it's not like you can just bank on 1 or maybe 2 maximums coming from each over. The boundaries have been hard to go by, or find for England. They've only hit 2 4s in 10.3 overs. That man Stubbs.
He's been incredible, Polly. Incredible catch, diving stop, really putting in for his team. Covers great ground. Straight into the middle of his hand. brilliant from the youngster. There's been many great South African fielders over the years, Polly. Jonty Rhodes, A.B. de Villiers, Herschel Gibbs, Faf du Plessis. This is as good as any of them. And I didn't say Sean Pollock, no. Look at the ground he's covered. Amazing.
He's had to launch himself behind there. Should be just another single straight down the ground. So another good over for South Africa. Just 4 from it. 63 for 4. Yeah, it's also a good lesson to the youngsters out there, isn't it? I mean, he's the complete package. Yes, he's got that hitability and that amazing power, but he can get you a little over a off spin at times. And his fielding, he's just committed to it. It's athletic. He's quick around there. He's got a strong arm. And that's how you push your way into T20 units and teams.
Epitome of a modern day young cricketer, contribute in all facets of the game and can turn the game on its head. Doesn't necessarily mean he has to have the bat in his hand or the ball.
Yeah, as fielders, you can still be part of the attack, try and make things happen, pick up some wickets. This is the situation that Shamsi thrives on. All of a sudden, when 14.6 and over required, he can use his different variations, uses his different skills to continue to create pressure, make it difficult to hit the big shots. The crowd's not impressed at all. But did they notice that it was Stubbs?
That man again. Ball seems to be following him around the ground. And he's loving it. South Africa really putting the strangle on England here at the moment. The rate is rocketing. Nearly up to 15 runs required per over. Still a long way to go in this game. A lot of ground to be made up. South Africa way on top.
It's nicely played, but the position of Riley Rousseau is perfect, just cuts it off. Even that stop by Shamsi is sensational. One of the punters in the background behind us here in the pod shouting, "Come on, England, this is not Test cricket."
I've not heard that chirp for a long time.
I haven't heard "hit the rubbish" for a while as well. That used to be a stock standard. Up and over, but he hasn't cleared. It's straight to Maharaj. Just another one. Shamsi tossing that one up into the air, just 50 miles per hour, the slowest delivery of the day, and it's worked the trick.
Really good change of pace here from Shamsi. Liam Livingstone looking to take the attack to him. England needed to do something. Not getting any of it. Simple catch taken by Maharaj. Shamsi gets his man. England in real trouble here. Livingstone goes for 3. 65 for 5.